Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Sam or xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys a domination gameplay on the map Havana. This time I'm going to be showcasing a gameplay with the Golden Olympia, the worst shotgun in Black Ops, in my personal opinion. If you disagree, feel free to let me know. I know a lot of people get upset when I express an opinion that isn't so popular, but I think this one is kind of popular. The Olympia is a pretty bad gun. On paper, my friend Crunk said this to me, and I agree with it, so I thought I'd repeat it to you guys. On paper, the Olympia seems like the best shotgun in this game, but to be quite honest, in practice, it's a pretty bad shotgun. It just seems that it has really spotty hit detection. It doesn't really seem like you can... I mean, if you're off by just a little bit, the pellets fizzle out so bad on the sides. I'm not sure if the pellet distribution is the same on all the shotguns, but I would assume it isn't for this gun because it is just really, really bad as far as hit detection goes. And also, I mean, if you're, it has a really, really, steep drop off in damage. So basically, its primary damage, the damage it'll do at point blank range, is going to be really high. You're only going to need one shell to kill the person. But I mean, if we're talking 10 feet away from a person and they're, at full health, it's going to take you like at least 3 shells to kill them. So this gun is definitely one you usually want to stay away with. And this gameplay, the final score wasn't that good whatsoever for a normal gameplay, but for a gameplay with the Olympia, this was a damn good gameplay in my opinion. And if you agree, again, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. I'm okay with that. Because I want your guys' input on all. That sounded bad. Your guys's. I like your guys' input on all my videos. So anyway, if you guys are familiar with a guy formerly and currently known as xJawz, he uploaded a gameplay, I believe, with the Olympia on Radiation a while ago, and he threw out the tip to use the Tomahawk when you use the Olympia in Call of Duty Black Ops. And a lot of people, I was reading the comments, thought he was just kind of like joking. He was just fucking with people. But to be quite honest, I was using it today, and it's really, really awesome. Now, here's the thing. It's really useful because what you're going to do is you're going to find yourself, and I'll touch on this again in a minute, you're going to find yourself in situations all the time where you're going to shoot both your shells. You're going to run into a lot of guys, especially when you're playing ground war like I am, and then you're going to need something to kill a person. And this is extremely prevalent. This situation I'm about to address, second chance. When you run into second chance with an Olympia, if you miss the first shell, alright, let's say again you're kind of far from a person, you don't hit them directly, you just kind of skim them, bad hit detection fucks you over, whatever the case, and you don't drop him into second chance, well then you only have one shell, no time to reload, you gotta shoot that shell into him, now he's in second chance and you're screwed. Well, Tomahawk comes into play and it helps out a lot. And I gotta tell you guys, on top of that, on top of its effectiveness, the Tomahawk, actually being a practical thing to use. Alright, here's the thing, guys. All day today, I was playing Black Ops. Actually, not all day today. I played for about, I'd say, 3 hours this morning. And I dropped my KD from 3.31 to, I think, 3.26. Something like that. I dropped it really significantly, alright? And I gotta tell you guys, if you didn't already know this, I have 42,000 kills in Black Ops. You know what that means? That means I need to die a lot in order to drop my kill-death ratio. Like, I need to, actually... I don't know if that's... I'm trying to do the math in my head. I need to die a lot in order for my kill-death ratio to be significantly affected like I affected it today. And to be quite honest, it was worth it. It was completely worth it because I was having a blast using this setup. The Olympia, Tomahawk, lightweight, sleight of hand, marathon setup is amazingly fun to use, even though it is really terrible. So speaking of lightweight, sleight of hand, marathon, lightweight and marathon, self-explanatory perks. If I talked about it, it would just be redundant. But sleight of hand, that's something I just thought I'd touch on because you know what? When I last uploaded a sniper or a shotgun gameplay, I think it was a gameplay with the Golden Spaz 12, and I think I was using steady aim at the time. And it makes sense on the Spaz 12 because you don't need to reload every 5 seconds in order to, have it be a feasible weapon. But when you're using the Olympia and you need to reload after every kill, let's be honest, you kill somebody with just one shell, you're going to need 2 shells for that X engagement. So you have to always be reloading. So sleight of hand is a must on the Olympia in my opinion, unless you're playing like a free-for-all where you're rarely going to run into multiple enemies, or if you're playing like a team tactical game or something like that. If you're playing ground war like I am in this game, it's a must. Lightweight, sleight of hand, marathon, always using it. I love it. That guy in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen just got a quad spray. Just thought I'd mention that there. Anyway, done with the gameplay. Done with the gameplay today. I don't have much more to say. I know exactly what I want to talk about for the rest of this video. I just saw a movie recently. Guess. Leave a comment. Guess what movie I saw. Green Hornet. It was incredible, and I thought I would go and talk about it for a little bit. I'm not going to do a movie review because a movie review usually involves spoilers, and you got to know what you're doing. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the movie. I'm not going to give away any spoilers. I know that's bad. And the reason why I don't want to give away any spoilers is because it was a phenomenal movie, and I want you guys to all see it. So let's talk a little bit about Green Hornet. Going into it, I knew nothing about it. I know there used to be a TV show about it, a comic book about it by Marvel. I didn't, read the comic book. I've never read a comic book in my life, now that I think about it. And I didn't see the TV show that this was based on, so I knew nothing about it. And I went into it, and I loved it. Now, Seth Rogen, I'm a huge fan of him. Pineapple Express, Superbad. I love his writing. I love his directing. I love his acting. He is just an all-around awesome entertainment guy. He's a great celebrity, and he deserves all the success that he has. Now, when I heard that he was going to be playing in an action comedy film, at the time I only knew it was an action film, I was a little iffy, alright? I was like, Seth, you're a little pudgy, you got that, 3-day beard going on all the time, 24/7, which, by the way, he rocks in Green Hornet, and it works out fine. It's not, it seems a little bit awkward, but I'll forget it. I'll put it past me. I'll let him have that one. So anyway, I wasn't thinking that it would be that great, but he did an amazing job, and there was a much stronger emphasis on comedy in that movie than I ever would have expected. It was expected. I just said expected. There was much more comedy than I ever would have expected, and I felt like the movie went 110% as an action film, and then went some as a comedy film. It was just a great film overall, and I absolutely loved it, and I would recommend it to anyone. Now, one last thing I want to touch on before this video ends. Little debate I was having with a friend of mine. So, chime in and let me know what you guys think. There are two kinds of superhero films, in my opinion. There's the kind like Superman and Spider-Man, where the person in the film, for whatever reason, the main star of it, is superhuman. They have abilities that are beyond what natural people have. Nobody else can have that. And then there's the other kind, the super rich billionaire kind, and this one, the Green Hornet, is a mix of those two, which I'm not going to go into because it could lead to spoilers. Trust me, I didn't just give away a spoiler or anything like that. I'm just saying it is a mix of the two. But like, if you think of like Batman's all based on the fact that, what's his name, something Wayne, Batman is super rich, own Wayne Enterprises or whatever, and he is not invincible. He doesn't have any superpowers. He just has access to all the coolest gadgets, the best Batmobile, and all the cool like rappel guns and shit like that. And he even gets shot sometimes and bitten by dogs or whatever the case is. I can't remember. So yeah, he's just a really rich guy who, he's, an awesome fighter probably. He's got some combat training skills. He's probably trained in martial arts. But he doesn't have anything that nobody in the world has, like Spider-Man or Superman. The ability to fly, the ability to shoot webs. In my personal opinion, I enjoy the latter of the two much, much, much more. I like the films like Batman, where it's like, wow, it's just the money that made him, amazing. Like it makes it more realistic. Now, I'm not trying by any stretch of the imagination to say that Batman is, realistic and anybody with that kind of money can go out and do that. I'm just saying it's a little bit more realistic, and I enjoy it more. So leave a comment and let me know which of the two you enjoy more. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different than the normal kind of videos I do. I would appreciate it if you left me some feedback on the video. Maybe send me a personal message. I'll be reading through them. If you guys like to tell me if you like this, if you didn't like this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Final score of this game was 41-7. A pretty damn good game with the Olympia, if I may say so myself. Didn't use the chopper gunner, didn't use the attack dogs or gunship. Thought you guys would enjoy it, and that's pretty much it. I'll see you later. Adios.